Every villain believes they're justified, and once you look closely, some of them aren't as wrong as the story wants you to think. Let's start with Ken from the Bee Movie.
Chopsticks isn't really a special skill.
You think I don't see what you're doing?
The care that Vanessa shows makes one thing clear: she loves all things. But then Barry shows up, and everything tilts overnight.
Well, hello.
Oh, Ken.
Hello.
I didn't think you were coming.
Now, place yourself at Ken's place. You come back from work just to see that you're getting replaced by a bee?
Yogurt night.
Oh, bye-bye.
Oh. Why is yogurt night so difficult?
Vanessa doesn't ease Barry into her world or protect the balance of her relationship. She immediately prioritizes him. Any plan with the poor guy gets canceled. And let's be real here, I'd get pretty upset too.
Oh, flames!
Not as much.
And then there's Vanessa. Rather than listening to her boyfriend, she's taking Barry's side.
Fucking bees, no yogurt night. My nerves are fried from riding on this emotional roller coaster.
Ken doesn't snap because he's jealous for no reason. He snaps because he realizes he's already lost. And nobody cares how that feels.
Why does his life have any less value than mine? Is that your statement?
His reaction becomes extreme, but the emotional trigger makes sense. That's what makes his breakdown funny, painful, and, well, oddly relatable all at once. That brings us to Vincent from Over the Hedge, who honestly might be one of the most justified angry characters in animated history. There's Vincent, who's sleeping like a baby. He's just a bear who never thought of terrorizing woodland animals for fun. And then, well, RJ shows up.
Just take what you need. Just take what you need.
That little stealing raccoon takes everything, not taking what you need. And to RJ's surprise, he learns a lifetime lesson of not being a greedy raccoon. Okay.
Don't tell me you're dumb enough to actually try and steal my stuff.
If somebody tries to steal all the food, and in Vincent's case, his entire winter supply, it would seem pretty normal to get angry. But that doesn't stop RJ. Now, being angry makes sense. If I had to watch my entire food supply get destroyed not once, but twice, I would also lose my goddamn mind. And at this point, Vincent stops being dramatic and starts being very relatable.
Time's up, RJ.
He's terrifying, sure. But hey, at least he's honest about it. He wants his food back, and if that fails, he wants you on the menu. Unlike Lotso from Toy Story 3, who's a perfect example of how emotional abandonment can slowly turn into a need for control.
I thought I heard new voices. Welcome to Sunnyside, folks.
He wasn't introduced as a villain. At first, he's warm, welcoming, and strawberry smelling, especially to toys who are scared and lost. Until, well, he isn't.
Come on, guys, we're going home.
Whoa there, Missy. You're not going anywhere.
His backstory explains why. He wasn't thrown away in anger or destroyed on purpose. He was lost, left behind, and replaced.
But by then, it was too late.
All it took for Lotso to be this way was just a little girl.
So, something snapped. She replaced us. Come on.
Instead of accepting that pain and finding a healthier way to cope, he decides that love is unreliable and power is safer.
I think this potato needs to learn himself some manners. Take him to the bar.
Being a soft bear and sounding like the mafia? Yeah, that belief turns Sunnyside into a dictatorship. Lotso doesn't rule through strength alone. He rules through fear, routines, and manipulation.
You're a special cowboy? You're a piece of plastic. You were made to be thrown away.
I mean, deep down, he's right. Everyone had toys they swore would matter forever, and most of them now are lost, donated, or sitting in a dusty box labeled random stuff.
You want your mommy back? She never loved you. Don't be such a baby.
He understood the reality of being replaced long before anybody else wanted to admit it.
Push it! Where's your kid now, Sheriff?
Lotso's tragedy isn't his awareness of the truth. He decides to spread his pain rather than confront it.
She don't love you no more. Now come on!
He chooses dominance over vulnerability and control over healing. That choice is what turns a hurt toy into a cold-blooded dictator. The next villain flips the script entirely, because this time, the threat isn't someone who lost love, it's someone who shows up when you waste it.
What's the matter? Lives flashing before your eyes?
Death from Puss in Boots.
Recorre, gatito.
Okay, pause right there, because this is already telling you everything. Death is supposed to be a neutral party.
Right? You're death.
But when you treat death like you can spawn again and again, even death can get cranky, and it's gonna come after you a bit early. Let's be real here. Death isn't someone driven by anger, jealousy, or revenge. He exists as a force of balance, not a villain with personal grudges.
I came here for an arrogant little legend who thought he was immortal.
And what could Puss have possibly done to cause Death to do this, though? From the very beginning, Death makes it clear that Puss isn't being punished for being heroic or brave.
Watch! Excuse me.
Puss has treated his 9 lives like a complete punchline, burning through them with a smile and a wink, as if consequences were optional.
So what is that, like, a 4?
That makes 8, Puss.
Yeah, Puss, who's gonna laugh now? The idea of 9 lives is a bit too much on its own, and then there's this cat who doesn't even respect it.
I am Puss in Boots, loved by one and all.
And to Puss, danger was entertainment, and death was something that happened to other people. Puss's confidence was built on the belief that he was untouchable.
Puss in Boots laughs in the face of death. Bounty hunter.
Death steps in because once Puss treats his own life as a joke, the balance is gone. And at that point, Death isn't being cruel. He's just doing crowd control for someone who forgot that life only works when it actually matters.
Boots laughs in the face of death, right?
And when Death pulls up, there's no speech and no mercy, just a quiet vibe shift that says, "You're not brave. You just thought you were immortal." And suddenly, Puss remembers that he's not Puss in Boots anymore.
Absurd. And you didn't value any of them. So?
While Death comes for a cat who treated his 9 lives like spare change, Yzma from the Emperor's New Groove is fired in a way that would test anybody's self-control.
Oh, and by the way, you're fired.
Fired? What do you mean, fired?
Getting fired isn't a big deal, especially not bigger than planning to kill the boss.
Poison, the poison for Cusco. The poison chosen specially to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Dude, what in the hell is wrong with you? When he fires her, it isn't because she was doing his job. It's more like he was bored. But that doesn't mean you start planning murders.
The drinks were a bit on the...
And how bad can you be at serving a drink that it turns you into a llama?
Adjusting to life in the private sector. Hey, Kronk, can you top me off, pal? Be a friend?
The hate's understandable, though.
Idea of who he's dealing with? How could he do this to me? Why, I practically raised him.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem right there. He got raised by you. What makes Yzma's anger feel justified is that she's completely right about Cusco. He's a horrible emperor.
Trot out the ladies. Let's take a look-see. Hate your hair.
Her criticism isn't dramatic or exaggerated. It's actually accurate. The empire functions despite Cusco, not because of him.
Life, his pattern of behavior, I threw it off, and the Emperor had me thrown out the window.
That dude just doesn't want to rule the place without saying he doesn't want to rule the place.
Isn't it great? It's my birthday gift to me. I'm so happy.
Where Yzma loses the moral ground is in how she responds. Instead of exposing Cusco's incompetence or walking away, she jumps straight to poison, coups, and revenge. So yeah, Cusco was a complete disaster as a ruler, and his relationship with Yzma was always messy, tense, and held together by impatience on both sides.
I don't know. Let's face it, you're no spring chicken. And I mean that in the best possible way.
Unlike Cusco and Yzma, Syndrome from The Incredibles starts as a kid who genuinely wants to belong.
I know all your moves, your crime-fighting style, favorite catchphrases, everything! I am your #1 fan!
He admires superheroes, believes in what they stand for, and wants to be a part of that world.
Voyage.
Monsieur incroyable!
And Incrediboy!
And when Mr. Incredible rejects him, it does more than bruise his ego. It actually builds hate towards his enemy.
Mentions for myself. Am I good enough now?
That's some beating. Well, that explains everything.
Elastigirl? And got Vincent!
To Syndrome, heroes stop being protectors and start looking like gatekeepers who decide who matters and who doesn't. He hates them, but wants to become the best of them.
All I wanted was to help you. I only wanted to help! And what did you say to me?
Well, to prove himself as the best hero, he didn't need to do hero stuff. Like how much hatred someone needs to attack kids.
Niner, buddies fight! Abort! Abort! There are children aboard! Say again, there are children aboard this!
No!
Or even worse, kidnapping your enemy's baby to grow him as your sidekick.
The baby's sleeping.
Are you kidding me?
And as he grows up, that rejection turns into a philosophy where he decides that a world built on a chosen few is unfair, and the idea of giving everyone access to power isn't wrong on its own.
I'll sell my invention so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super.
Instead of helping people, he creates weapons, stages disasters, and kills heroes to make himself look successful. Now, that's only possible when you get rejected by your idols. Syndrome's unsettling because his critique of elitism makes sense, but the moment he chooses violence, he loses any sympathy. And just like him, Robert Callaghan from Big Hero 6 isn't chasing power at all. He's chasing justice born from pain.
I know. Listen to the kid, Callaghan.
Callaghan starts as a respected professor who genuinely cares about his students. Everything changes the moment his daughter, Abigail, is put in danger by Cray's reckless experiment.
No problem. It's well within the parameters. Let's move forward.
The machine literally told you that it has a problem. Is innovation really more important than a life? Because that portal explodes right after.
Shut it down now!
No wonder that single decision turns a grieving father into yokai.
Come on! The window!
Even if I ever lost someone special due to some stupid negligence, I'd be pretty mad too. But not this mad.
Now I'm taking everything from you.
But under all that villain energy, he's just a once loving professor.
Change anything. Trust me. I know.
Callaghan's anger feels understandable at first because the system stays silent and no one is held responsible for what happened to his daughter. That silence convinces him that progress mattered more than her life. When he became yokai, he's not a cartoon villain, but a father who never processed his pain and chose to project it onto the entire city itself.
Hand. Roundhouse. Hammer fist.
Still, his pain is very real. Callaghan isn't wrong to demand accountability. He's wrong for letting grief become a weapon that hurts everyone else, which Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda can completely understand.
Can we run now?
Yes.
Now, this makes sense when your whole life is based around one thing and one thing only, and then at the time of the reward, they'll be like, yeah, no, you don't deserve this.
And when the boy showed talent in Kung Fu, Shifu trained him.
From the moment Shifu takes him in, Tai Lung is told he's special. He's trained harder than anyone else, praised constantly, and treated like the future of the valley. But it was all a lie. After that pin-entering move from Oogway, every punch, every kick, every sacrifice that's drilled into his life gets broken. And in a single moment, everything collapses. When Oogway denies him the Dragon Scroll, Shifu doesn't defend Tai Lung. He comes back for revenge.
Me to train until my bones crack! Who denied me my destiny?
Honestly, if you stop and think about it, Tai Lung wasn't completely wrong. Going on a full destroy everything mode was obviously not the best strategy, but the real problem started with Shifu filling his head with destiny and then backing away when it mattered most.